Today's video is going to be a quick guide on Mort Myre Fungi. For those of you guys that don't know, you need these for a secondary for your Evento unfinished potions, which turn them into super energy potions. Highly useful for getting Herblore XP on an Iron Man, and actually for those mains out there, you can make a lot of money collecting these. You can get up to like 900k an hour. I'm going to be testing that in a later video just to see, because I haven't actually done this for an hour, so I'm not 100% sure, so I'm going to do a video on it. I'm going to be showing you guys two methods here, one lower-ish level method and a higher level method for those of you guys that are further along in your RuneScape accounts. For the requirements, I'm going to start with the lower method. First, you need to have completed Priest in Peril, have partial completion of Nature Spirit, but honestly, just finish Nature Spirit. Like, you might as well at this point. And then partial completion of Fairy Tale Part 2 in order to get your fairy ring set up. And it's also highly recommended that you have the Morihard Diaries done, because you actually get double Mort Myre Fungi whenever you collect them. So highly recommend to do the Hard Diaries if you haven't done them yet. For the equipment, Graceful if you have it. If not, it's all good, but do recommend Graceful. If you have it, you might as well wear it. A Silver Sickle B or its equivalent. Again, you get that from the Nature Spirit quest. A Drayman Staff if you don't have the Elite Lumbee Diaries done. Bring a Drayman Staff if you don't have that done. Just because you don't see it in my inventory, bring the Drayman Staff. You also will need a rune pouch with teleport runes to a bank. If you don't have a rune pouch, it's totally okay, but would recommend picking up a rune pouch because it's useful in general. And those runes are going to be for a bank teleport. You can also use an Amulet of Glory if you want to, or a Ring of Dueling, but I'm just going to teleport to the GE because it's super quick and super easy. Teleport runes to your house if you have a pool in your house that restores your prayer, because in order to do these methods you need to cast Bloom on logs, and casting Bloom actually takes away from your prayer. You'll need to restore your prayer. So the two methods that I recommend are teleporting to your house and using your Rejuve pool if you have one. I believe that's the pool name, to restore your prayer, but if you can do that in your house, definitely bring those, and it's also an extra bonus if you have a fairy ring in your house, because you kind of knock out two birds with one stone. However, if you don't, just bring a Ardoin cloak, because you can just teleport to the Ardoin monastery and then just run to the fairy ring. And those are basically the only requirements. We're going to be going to BKR, and I'm just going to show you the method right now. Now again, this is the lower level method. The higher level method will be coming later in the video, and again, there's like 1,000 ways to do this, so if you have a different way, feel free to leave it in the comment section below, but this is the way that I used a little bit earlier in my account. As you can see, I have a Graceful on, I have the Ardoin cloak, because I'm going to show you guys how to do that method as well, and I have my Blisterwood flail, which is in place of my sickle. It's the same exact thing. So if you haven't gotten too far along in your account, you'll just have the sickle. And I have rune pouch with runes to my house, and I have fire runes in order to get back to Barak. So we're going to go ahead and start this out. If you are ready, make sure that your prayer is full. If your prayer is not full, you're going to have to get prayer points. But we're going to go ahead and use a fairy ring. You can use any fairy ring. We're going to go to BKR. And once you use this fairy ring and go to BKR, you're looking north. You're going to go ahead and look south. And it's on this other end of the pond here, south of the fairy ring. Once you get here, this method is super easy. Literally all you need to do is right click on your flail or your silver sickle and just pick the fungi. That's literally it. As you see, every single time I pick it, I get 2 because of the diary requirements. That's why it's so important. Every time I use Bloom, you can see it drains my prayer. That time it was 5, and then you just go and pick them. Again, super easy. If you mark this tile, just to help you out a little bit, if you keep going back to that tile, you're gonna have a chance to get all 3 of these. The other method that I'm going to show you later on is actually 4 logs, which is super cool. And I believe that may be a full inventory. Yeah, it's going to be a full inventory. So just like that with the hards, you already have a full inventory. If you don't have the arty hards, you would have basically doubled that time. So now since I have a full inventory, we're going to go ahead and teleport to a bank. Use a teleportation method to a bank that you want. Again, I'm going to the GE because it's super close to a bank, and I don't like using charges on my Amulets of Glory and Ring of Duelings. So go ahead and bank, and then after that, as long as you have a decent amount of prayer, you can go back. I believe it's between 1 and 6 prayer that it takes every time you cast Bloom, so just keep that in mind, but as long as you have a decent amount, you're good. So I personally am just going to go back, and I'm going to go to my house, because every single time I go to my house, I can just fill up my prayer and it's no problem. And then right click last destination, and you can go right back to BKR. So again, go south, and that is your method. That's basically your loop. Now, for those of you guys that don't have a Rejuve pool in your house, what you're going to do is go to your bank. So we're going to go ahead, teleport to Barak after we're done getting all of our fungus. And once we're done with that, We're going to go ahead and bank, and then we're just going to go to the... That is not the place we want to go to. We want to go to the monastery. And then when you go to the monastery, you can go ahead and fill your prayer right here. And then you can either teleport if you have a quicker fairy ring, or you can see just to the east there's a fairy ring. So you can go ahead and run here and go back to BKR. And then literally that is your lower level method. If you guys have any questions about the lower level method, make sure to leave them in the comment section below. If you're peacing out, make sure you sub to the channel, leave a like for the algorithm. But we're going to go on to the higher level method here, which gives you so much more Mort Myre fungi. And I highly recommend using this method if you can. You can get up to, I've heard, 2,000 to 2,500 Mort Myre fungi using this second method. The first method, you get around 1,000 to 1,500 is what I've heard. When I do the test, I'm only going to do the higher level one just because I'm a higher level and I don't want to waste my time, to be quite frank. We're going to go ahead and get started with that second method. All right, for those of you guys that are a higher level and have the requirements to do the second method, I highly recommend it. The biggest requirement is going to be you need to have a Taste of Hope completed. This will give you access basically to TOB and Dark Mire, so that is why you need access to that, because that's going to give you access to the medallion and this great quick method. I also highly recommend that you have the Mori Hard Diaries done. If you're this far in your account, you should probably try to be getting those done to get the extra benefits of not only getting the extra Mort Myre fungi, but also extra runes and stuff at Barrows. So highly recommend getting those diaries done. Again, for this method, highly recommend it again that you have Graceful. Again, you're this far in your account, you should probably have Graceful. You'll be using the Silver Sickle Beat or the Blisterwood Flail. Again, either one of those are what you're going to want to be using. I also recommend that you have Tele Tabs or a rune pouch with teleports to your house so you can restore your prayer. Again, if you don't have a rejuve pool because you haven't done construction, make sure you go ahead and use your Ardoin Cloak to be able to go to the monastery, and then you'll just teleport back here. You also will need the Draken's Medallion. I'm wearing mine, as you can see, along with my flail, and that will give you the teleport to TOB, which is Versanaza, so you'll need one of those, and I wear it, so it's just a right-click option. The location is located north of Versanaza, so when you go ahead and teleport here, I'll go ahead and teleport just to show you. We're just going to run north, and actually that marked tile is where we're going, so not very far at all. So as you can see, this marked tile right here, and this marked tile, you can just go ahead and click on it. You can see that there are 4 logs, and when you cast Bloom, you'll have a chance to get all of the fungi on those logs. So I also want to point out that this log right here, I just teleported back. That's the real struggle. The struggles of trying to do a method and talk at the same time. Good times. But this log right here is where you want to end on, because it'll actually basically almost always put you where you need to be on the square. So we're going to go ahead and cast Bloom again. And there we go. We got all 4. Perfect. So we're going to go boom, boom, and then we're going to come down to this dude and then up to this dude. Oh, it didn't work that time. But we're going to go ahead and cast Bloom, go to this guy, and then go to this guy. I guess you can't do it when you go to this bottom one, because then it'll do some weird stuff. But just keep casting Bloom until you get all of your inventory set up. And I believe my inventory, yep, this will take my inventory is full. So now since my inventory is full, all you need to do is go ahead and teleport back to TOB. And then the bank is just to the south, which makes it super easy. And again, you can really get moving. I've heard you can get 2,000 to 2,500 Mort Myre fungi. I actually didn't know about this until I started doing some research on it, and I'm super happy I did, because I'm now able to get like 500 to 1,000 Mort Myre fungi. And once you are done with that, if you have quite the high prayer, you don't need to go back, so you don't have to go refill your prayer every time like that. I only use like 14 prayer, so you can just keep going back and doing this method. You can either run, but it's probably faster just to hit your teleport back and then just run north. And then once you run north, you are good to go again, and you're able just to hammer that out. It makes it super nice and easy, and that's literally all there is to the method. Whenever your prayer gets low, all I'm going to do is teleport back to my house, fill up my prayer in my pool, and I'm just going to use the medallion to get back here. For those of you guys that skipped the first part of the video, I'm going to go ahead and show you what to do if you don't have a rejuve pool in your house. Go ahead, grab your Ardoin Cloak, teleport to the monastery, and when you teleport to the monastery, you can just run up here, refill your prayer, and then go ahead and use the medallion teleport back. Honestly, if you don't want to use runes and you don't have basically infinite runes to teleport to your house, that could be the strat. That's probably better actually in this case, but if you're this far along, you probably have as many runes as you want. Like I have 40k law runes, so it is what it is. But anyway, guys, that is the end of the video. If you guys have any questions, make sure you let me know in the comment section below. Let me know what guides you want to see, or actual XP rates videos, or money making guides. There's a lot of different things that I have planned for this channel as well. I just thought of like 60 different video ideas that I'm super excited to pull off here in the next probably year at this point. I also do want to say that I am a partner now with Rogue Energy, so if you're interested in gamer supplements like G Fuel and others, I've been partnered with Rogue in my previous life with Impulse Esports. I was partnered with them for 2 years, so if you're interested, there's a code down below. I've been drinking Rogue for a very long time, and you get 20% off using my code, or if there's a better deal, if you just want to click the link. And Rogue has like some buy one get one frees. They do a lot of like sales on holidays like Memorial Day and things like that. Just make sure you use my link and I will still be able to get credit for that. So again, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Turn up the summer vibes. Get off your phone one time, would you come outside? Cause we all here chilling. Yeah, it's the same old same. No, we don't play no games. Oh, they wanna talk. Why they gotta hate, oh, hate?